So, really biting my tongue on some stuff. Uh, been in conversation with Don Yargan from the awesomest Tiny 4x4, and I just kind of speechless on everything that was said, and not even sure how to approach what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say this anyway. Actually, he noticed that my brass chassis design is very, very similar to someone else's design that he knows, Jim Fry. And I explained to him, I changed it up a little bit for my purposes, but yes, that is the design I went with for this. I think he said it was the Scorpion chassis or something like that. He's seen all of my little paperclip chassis that I'm doing. I'm sure he's probably seen my do-rock videos and some of the stuff that I've done there. And it's honestly turned out to be, besides my crazy tow truck, it's the only one that hasn't broke on me. It's the only one that hasn't stopped running since I put the electronics in it. I can't do anything but rave about the do-rock. Awesome little truck. So, love that thing. He's questioned me about things, and Don seems to love my paperclip chassis and my repurposing other things, recycling. So, bullet casings on the wheel hubs and to get a little extra weight. But we were talking, and he hinted at something new about to be coming from Tiny 4x4, and I pretty much told him that I've seen some little pieces of something on his pictures on his website, and my intuition on that was right. They will be releasing something. There is no exact release date yet, but he's asked me if I'm willing to be a product tester on it. So that is very exciting news for me. It makes me very happy that I was noticed and he selected me. I know there's a lot of people that build these, and I'm very flattered. I'm very excited. I can't wait to build this thing, and I can't hint at what it is. I can't. He's got some specifics on it all, and yeah, I've already told him before he even told me the specifics. I agree. However he wants me to do it, I will do it. So, just wanted to say that and get that out there. I feel very privileged and very appreciative. I'm smiling very big. So, Tiny 4x4. Tiny 4x4. I'm out of decals. I don't even know where my red decal went. No, I don't even know. Does anybody remember where I put my red decal? Oh, you guys can't answer me like that. Anyway, yeah. There will be a new addition to my set here. It will be a stock, basically, like my Durock is. You know, that's mostly stock. I had to source up my own crazy electronics, but this is a mostly stock vehicle, other than all the brass that I put in it. And it has a high RPM motor. Everybody knows what I did to this thing. It's actually crazy fast if I take all that weight off of it for what it is. I mean, it could be faster. Like sticking a brushless in it, it'd probably sling tires off the wheels, but for just a N20 motor, it's pretty fast. And that is part of the reason I decided to brass weight this. And I did have all this electronics in my, minus the battery, in my Gammy RC Baby Fat Girl, but there's no way to put a battery, a 2S battery, inside that cage. I have not sourced one yet, so I have no idea what measurement for a 2S battery with electronics could even be possible inside this little thing. It's literally, I tell everybody, it's the size of my finger. I would have to have electronics inside here, inside this part. So battery and electronics. I know there's something there somewhere on the internet. In the internet world, there is a battery out there. I just have not found it. But anyway, that's not what this is about. This is about TINY4x4 and Don taking notice and giving me an opportunity to be a product tester for something he's going to be releasing soon. And that just totally amazed me that he asked me. So I appreciate everybody watching my videos. I appreciate all the comments, all the likes, and even if somebody doesn't like my videos, hit the thumbs down. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Let me know what I'm doing that you don't like. If it's about the messy hobby desk, I'm sorry, it's not going to change. I'll clean it up. It'll go right back to it. That's just how I roll. This is my chaos. This is how I work. Without this chaos, none of these things would have happened. So, we'll see where this goes. I've got Michael mentioned the word dragster in a comment, and well, I started a dragster. I don't know, the idea just stuck, and I was like, yep, I can do that. I'm addicted to the tiny 4x4s and Orlando's, so there is no question about it. But yeah, I'm not going to ramble too much on this one. Well, too much more, but I ordered my little skull axles. I ordered the widest ones yesterday. I'm still waiting on my little Ford Ranger 3D printed body from One Man Garage in Italy, and a set of tires and a little brushless Mamba drone motor, Diatone Mamba. And I'll need to get a lot more stuff. I need receivers, several. I can't even remember how many servos I need, but everything back there, everything on this desk, other than the all that needs servos, every single one of them. None of them have a servo. My Jeep runs, I can drive it, it just has no steering. All the lights work. Well, actually, you know what? What is it with the SMDs today? This brake light went out yesterday. I don't even know why. I didn't know it was messed up. Who would have thunk it? I powered it on. I'm not even sure what I was doing, but I powered it on. No steering. Drove it across my desk, and that one brake light doesn't work. Turn signal works. No brake light on that side. It's on, but very, very, very dim. So, yeah. And I silicone those in. That's going to be I'll probably have to replace the entire cell. I'll have to dig that out of that silicone. It's going to be a disaster. Yeah. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and just stay focused on everything that you got in your mind, and just keep creating and doing stuff. Because I seriously, any minute of downtime I have, when I'm not thinking of things to do with my kids or say to my kids, I'm sitting at this desk, and if I'm not touching this stuff, I'm watching videos on my phone, but I'm looking at this stuff. I listen to videos more than I watch them. When stuff does interest me, I put my focus right on it, and I look at it. But I'll watch the videos, but like I listen to a lot of ancient history documentaries while I'm doing this stuff. I used to play nothing but music with it, but I had to really put some thought into that. Once I'm listening to music, if I decide to make a video and the music's playing in the background, we all know about that, copyright strike. So I stopped listening to music all the time, and yeah, when I'm sitting here, it's all. Sometimes I'll put a movie on and I don't even watch it. I just listen, and my hands are right here doing stuff. So, but anyway, I know it's coming. I don't know when. So let's keep our eyes out, and yeah, I've got more projects on the way, and a very privileged moment for me coming, so I'm very excited about it. And I can't do anything but thank Don Gargan from TINY4 over and over and over. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I even told him, sometimes when I'm ordering things, I look at things on his website all the time. I go to his store all the time. The shipping cost from there to here kicks me in my butt, and I just sometimes I'm like, I can't spare the shipping cost to order that from him, so I turn to AliExpress or eBay, and I pay a little less, and sometimes I get the stuff faster, but I feel like I'm betraying Don. So I think maybe I'll start, since he's going to do this with me and everything. I think maybe I'll start backing off on rush shipping from eBay sellers, and devote more sales to Don, because these other hobby shops that sell the Orlando stuff, they're not the one creating the stuff. They're not the one coming up with this stuff. Don did. Don did this. So this is Don, and he designed half of it, I think he said. But this is not. These things are not designed by these hobby shops, and Orlando. They're licensed with themselves basically, and there is some aftermarket stuff we can get for them, but it's limited. It is limited. It's awesome stuff, but it's limited. And that's what I've been trying to explain to everybody. That limit, there's too small of a limit on the Orlando stuff. I can't see. These little trucks are so awesome. They work for so many different scales. If you know how, you can even narrow the axle and make it work for a 143 scale. So I've had it under a 125 scale Bronco, 125 scale Maverick drag car. was my rear axle. Under that was the axle from Orlando. I took it apart though. I've just become obsessed with Orlandos in the last 5 years, whatever, since I bought that, which actually got cut up and turned into that. And then I went back and replaced. I knocked my jack down. I went back and replaced the body on that and the chassis rails. The chassis rails are now my rat rod chassis rails, and it's just been a constant shuffle things around until I figure out exactly how I want them. And that doesn't last very long. Sometimes I just start changing things up. So that's like a week or two ago, I swapped axles on my Gammy and my Blurple Jeep just because. And it lasted for one day, and I put them back. just don't know why. Sometimes a little bit of stress, and I'll come in here and do something. And I don't know if anybody's really noticed. I'm working here on this stuff in like a 2 foot by 2 foot. It's actually about a 1 foot by 2 foot square rectangle. This little working area. So, and it is chaos everywhere. This whole desk, and it just stays. I'm not even going to bother showing you underneath it, because down here you see these nice boxes stacked up, and they're not even stacked pretty anymore. But over here on the shelves, it is chaos. It's chaos. And my mixed up stuff with my tools, and it just goes on and on and on. I have so much stuff going on this desk. If someone was to come in my room and see this stuff here, they'd be like, what in the world is going on over here? So, but it's obvious. But anyway, I'm going to clam up my mouth right now and go get me some coffee and start my day. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. Got to take my daughter to school in a little while. But, and I did get all my lights out too. I don't know. I actually got the lights out before I realized that taillight was burned out on that. And I don't even know why I got them out. I took them out of the box and instantly forgot what I was going to do. So, good morning. It's one of those days again. Yeah. Pay attention to TINY4x4 website. Pay attention to Don on the Facebook groups. Orlando Builders Guild on Facebook. Don Gargan, he's the man, and he's got a plan. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up and go get me some coffee. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks for watching.